And good evening, everybody. It is Evan here. Today, guys, we've got a new system off the coast of Africa that was originally a 20% chance of development yesterday, and now it's uptick to over a 60%. And it looks like this system might impact the U.S., which we really need to monitor. Here's the excessive rainfall. We'll get to the tropical weather update in a second, but here's the flooding threat for this week. We could see we've got a moderate risk for tonight for deadly flash flooding possible. Hopefully the flash flooding will be calming down at night, and then hopefully it doesn't get as bad and stuff. But for tomorrow, it expands from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, all the way into Kansas City, which is a very far expansion. And you can see there's another threat for flash flooding for, I think this is Monday, if I'm correct. So yeah, everybody's going to see flash flooding. Even more areas in the Midwest could see flash flooding. According to the weather models, guys, let's go to the weather models. This is just the GFS model. You could see on the 120 hours out, we can go on the 14th. And so this is just 4 to 5 days out. And you could see how this thing rapidly intensifies. You could see how big it gets over and stuff. It could hit the US. It's very, very possible. And you could see how it intensifies. And after that, it just whams, like bams, hit Boston, Massachusetts. This could be a bad threat, and hopefully that would not be the case, but it's a very low chance. Or if this doesn't take a shift towards that region, it could either take another shift towards Florida. So we don't know exactly. Looks like we're trying to get another tropical wave by the 23rd. Looks like that immediately dissipates by the 25th, like 2 days later. So yeah, we need to be aware of these systems very closely. So yeah. Let's go to the GFS model. Let's go to Invest 97L. Let's go, you can see this is where the system is right here. You can see just off the coast of Africa. Just off the coast. Right now, if we go to United States power outages, right now, this was earlier and we see they changed. Yeah, Nebraska has currently 26,000 people without power. Wisconsin has 19,000. California has 10,000. Louisiana has 6,000. Michigan has 5,000. Earlier, just in Northern California, we had evacuation orders just this evening and afternoon and stuff. We need to be aware for that, and it was very concerning. The new SPC has been showing some new storms. There's been some big storms, but two are producing 3-inch hail and some brief tornadoes in Colorado. And apparently we have a new downstream watch expected for, I think, Nebraska and Kansas over the next little bit. A new downstream watch will be needed. It says, and in that orange region, you can see it says monitoring for additional thunderstorm development between 2 to 4 UTC. I don't know what that stands for, but 2 to 4 p.m. if I'm pretty sure. So we need to be aware. So yeah, if we check the updates, let's go to National Forecast charts, or we can go to the total rainfall. We can go day 1 and day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. It looks like it'll be quiet. So yeah, looks like we could see some more rainfall areas, getting some more rain. This is according by the National Weather Service. It says numerous flash floods are likely, especially in the moderate risk areas, highlighted in red. It says be prepared, stay weather aware, have multiple ways to receive warnings, notifications, never drive or walk into a flooded road, turn around, don't drown. And it says areas could see between 5 to 8 inches of rain or higher. So if you are in the moderate risk zones of flash flooding, 5 to 8 inches of rain is expected. So if you are in the area, you heard me, you need to be aware. So yeah, that's the threat for day 1 and day 2. You can see how big the threats are. Flash flooding. Also, we do got some areas of flash flooding for the south. So like the Carolinas and like could get some flash flooding too. As we go to day 3, it calms down, but it still is posing a flooding threat. Maybe some flooding from Louisiana all the way up into upstate New York, potentially, so we need to be aware of that. So if you are seeing this right there, you could see that threat of the tropical development. We also got something else, and this was supposed to form, but it says it is looking unlikely to form over the next couple of days. But some gradual development is possible during the middle part next week, while the system moves northward across the northward across the central Atlantic. So we need to be aware of both of these two systems. After that, I think we've got Ivo. It's right now. It's going to expect to dissipate by Monday afternoon, and then after that we've got, can't pronounce this name, which it looks like it is getting expected to become still a tropical storm. Tropical storm force winds are between right now a 70%, a 60 to 70%, isolated winds of 50 to 60 miles per hour, gust up to 70 miles per hour possible. But so yeah. Right now, this is the track. It's right now approximately 500 miles away from Hawaii. So that is pretty crazy and stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this weather forecast and stuff. Right before I get off here, I just want to say that last night in Nebraska, we had some high winds of 85 to 90 mile per hour winds that went right towards downtown Omaha, Nebraska. Last night, according to the National Weather Service at midnight, if we go to a region real quick, we could see that. Let's click on, no, not that county. Hang on, let's click on another county. What about this one? No, hang on. Anyway, yeah, Lancaster County, Nebraska has over 9,000 customers without power. And if we go away from Lancaster County, Washington County, Nebraska has 5,000 without power. And so, yeah. We're still watching the system off the coast of Africa, but we will continue to watch that very, very closely over the next few days to a week. I think this system has a great chance of developing Invest 97L, and I do think it could hit somewhere in the U.S., but I don't know exactly. Weather models are anticipating it could hit about the Carolinas and then going all the way up and whacking Massachusetts, and especially the Northeast. Or it could take a track towards Florida, and that would not be good. It's still far out to tell as of right now for weather information, but as we get closer, I'll give you guys another weather information about this system on maybe on the 12th or the 15th. I'll give you guys information about this system. So if you haven't already, please turn on notifications and subscribe, and I'll give you guys more information about this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to like and stuff, and please share this if you haven't already. And before I get off here, here's the satellite for it. It's loading, which is okay. Okay, there it is. Here it is. It's spinning Invest 97L. And there you guys go. That is your information. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your evening.